Hello everyone, I'm Yuha. Today, me and my fellow group members Wenji, Junyong, Yongkang are going to make a presentation about a semiconductor company that has been globally known and also for its own strategic challenges. The company that we all agree upon to is Intel Corporation. Let me share a quick overview of Intel. Intel was started in 1968 by Robert Noyce and Gordon Moore. In the year 1971, Intel created the world's first microprocessor, the Intel 4004. Intel is best known for making microprocessors, which are like brains of computers. They produce CPU for laptops, desktops, and huge servers in data centers. They also make graphic chips and variety of tech components such as AI chips, which are fundamental in tech industry nowadays. The company is a leader in something called x86 architecture, which is used in most computers nowadays. Intel doesn't stop there. They also working on cool stuff like artificial intelligence, smart devices, and even self-driving cars. Intel builds its chips in special factories called fabs. They are also innovating to stay ahead even with tough competition from companies like AMD and Nvidia. Intel is struggling to keep up with competitors like TSMC and Samsung in making smaller and more advanced chips. They had delays in moving to new technology which hurts their unique edge. They face tough competition from AMD in computer processors and Nvidia in AI and graphic chips. Intel's trying to grow in AI with products like Gaudi, but it's hard to catch up. Intel wants to become a chip maker for other companies like a foundry, but this shift is tricky and may take significant amount of time. They also miss big chances in mobile chips and new tech like AI technology. The company has seen plenty of leadership changes, which can slow down their future plans. Their stock value has dropped, and investors are worried about losses and lesser market share. Intel solely rely on US government help like the CHIPS Act to build new factories, but these are so expensive and risky at the same time.
Hi everyone, I'm Junior. Today we will talk about the internal analysis of Intel. There is a four part in the analysis. First, organizational structure. Second, capability and competency. Third, financial performance and challenge. Last, SWOT analysis. Now, let's go to the first part, organizational structure. Organizational structure of Intel. Intel follows a divisional organization structure operating across US and international regions. Is divided by product type, including the client computing group for consumer PC, the data center and AI group for enterprise solution, the network and S group focusing on 5G, Intel Foundry Service for contract manufacturing and Mobile Eyes for autonomous driving. Supporting these are functional-based groups like global operation, HR, finance, R&D, sales and marketing, and legal, ensuring Intel stays innovative and globally competitive. Regarding the capability and core competency, Intel invests in research and development, spending over 15 billion annually to drive innovation in advanced nanometer chip technology, AI, and autonomous driving. This commitment fuels its ability to stay at the forefront of semiconductor design and manufacturing. Intel also benefits from strong ecosystem partnerships, working closely with major tech firms and maintaining long-term relationships with leading PC manufacturers like ASUS and HP. Another key economic move is Intel's globally recognized brand reputation, known for high-quality products and reliable service, which reinforce customer trust and loyalty. This capability and more enable Intel to maintain a competitive edge in the tech industry. According to the financial report in 2024, Intel reported 14.3 billion in revenue, a 7% year-over-year decline, with full-year revenue at the 53.1 billion, down 2%. While Intel remains a major industry player, it's facing challenges in the rapidly growing AI sector, falling behind more agile competitors like NVIDIA. Additionally, potential future tax and tariffs on GPU chip-making equipment may further impact its competitiveness. From the SWOT analysis, we can see Intel achieved 9% revenue growth and advancing its R&D with development like Intel Foundry and packaging facility. However, the company faced weaknesses, including a 437 million net loss driven by high R&D and operational costs, and competitive pressure in data center market with declining server volume. On the operating front, Intel stands to benefit from up to 7.6 billion in funding and loan under the CHIPS Act, which could bolster domestic manufacturing and research. Yet, trade remains significant geopolitical tension, especially between US and China. Post supply chain risks, while legal challenges such as 1 billion verdict in the VLSI case and Euro fine present serious financial and reputational concerns. Intel must strategically navigate this dynamic to sustain growth and competitiveness.
Hi, good afternoon guys, I'm Wenjie. Today I will talk about the external and industry analysis of Intel. First, external analysis. For political, which affected by US-China trade tensions, benefit from US CHIPS Act incentives. For economic, which global inflation and recession risk impact demands, high R&D and CapEx burden. For social, which demand grow from remote work, digital lifestyles, and data privacy concerns. For technological, which face delay in advanced nodes, but innovate in AI, edge, and quantum computing. For environmental, which high energy and water use, with pressure to meet ESG and carbon neutrality goals. For legal, subject to antitrust scrutiny, must compete with export control and protect IP. Besides that, we will also talk about the bottom 5 forces. First, threat of new entrants is moderate, with high entry barriers by rising government-backed competition. Second, supplier power is high, which limited supplier for advanced tools and materials. Third, buyer power is moderate to high, which major customer demands custom chips and alternative exist. Fourth, threat of substitutes is high, which ARM custom chip like example Apple, Amazon, and cloud computing. Last, industry rivalry is very high, with strong competition from AMD and Samsung.
Hello, I will be sharing Intel's 5-year strategy plan, focusing on how they can regain leadership in the global semiconductor industry by 2030. To start, Intel's main issue is falling behind rivals like TSMC and NVIDIA. So, their new strategy, called IDM 2.0, aims to combine design, manufacturing, and advanced packaging at all in-house. This is where the resource-based view RBV comes in. Intel is using its internal strength, like its global fabs and chips design IP, to create a competitive advantage. In 2025, Intel focused on fixing the basic, improving chips production using its 18A process. This part related to market penetration from at the ENSOF metrics, where Intel tried to protect its core CPU market against AMD by improving performance and keeping its loyal customers. In 2026, the focus shifts to market development. Intel is scaling up its foundry service, making chips for others. like MediaTek and Microsoft. This also ties into corporate level diversification because Intel is moving beyond just CPUs into a broader chip service model. In 2027 is about product development. Intel pushed into AI and GPU chips to challenge NVIDIA. This reflects the differentiation strategy. Intel is offering unique features like Habana Gaudi chips that run AI faster and cheaper. They are using this to attract new customers who want AI-specific hardware. In 2028, Intel built large fabs in US and Germany. Supported by government funding, this is an example of building entry barriers which reflect to Porter's 5 focus. By having global fabs, Intel gained more control over the supply chain and reduced buyer power, which strengthened its position. Finally, by 2029 and 2030, Intel wants to be second foundry globally, while also expanding into things like RISC, V, and automotive chips. This diversification in the ENSOF metrics and corporate strategy. At the same time, they aim to achieve cost leadership in manufacturing by improving fab efficiency, which is another business level strategy. I end my presentation here. Thank you.